Hello, welcome to Monday, week 3. I made a couple changes to the course. The first thing that I've done, we decided to make Friday a catch-up day. So there's no work assigned on Friday. There's an optional writing activity that I have if they want something to do on Friday, but it's completely optional. And then that way you can kind of catch up on work if you get behind or if it's taking longer than you want. So Friday will be a makeup day for both English and Spanish. I also took out all the Pearson, so hopefully you don't have to open up Pearson as far as the English side goes. I recorded over things, I downloaded some PDFs, I screenshotted and just made them into pages. Hopefully that'll make things easier. As far as Pearson goes, you'll still have access to Pearson if you want to go access it that way. I still assigned it if you want to, but you definitely don't have to. So I put in a couple different ways to access those Pearson things without actually having to log into Pearson. So hopefully that'll be helpful. And then the third big thing I did is instead of making you get 100% on those quizzes that ask you, hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that? You don't have to say yes to move on and get 100% on those quizzes that say, yes, I did this. Yes, I did this. You can say yes or you can say no. So if you're skipping something, you can just say no and it'll still allow you to move on. Something will pop up that says if you still want the points for this, you'll have to do it. Just as a reminder that like, hey, this is something I want you to do, but if you're choosing to skip it, that's totally fine and it's not a big deal at all, and it'll let you move on. So that's the only thing I changed, but it'll still have the check marks next to the things that you do, and you'll still have to do it in sequential order. So we'll go ahead and start. So if we scroll down, we're on week 3, and I'll post this video here and then again on the Monday overview page. So we'll go to the overview of week 3. So similar layouts and styles. I tried not to change anything too much just because I know we're still getting used to this. So I'm skeptical of making any really new activities for that reason. So you still have your spelling list here if you click. So that's not new. And then the same spelling activity as if you're doing that with your child. And then just reminding you to watch the daily videos. So that's what I'm posting now. So then we have our Monday overview page. So Google Meet with Miss Bond on Mondays, orange classes at 9:30, yellow classes at 10:30. I use the same link for everything just to make it easy. So that way you're not finding different links. So it's the same link as my office hours that is on the homepage, but orange class will be at 9:30 and then yellow class is at 10:30 on Monday morning. And then again, just reminding you to watch the videos because they're really important and they're really helpful tips and tricks. And then it's got what we've got for today. I tried to divide them up into really small pieces. So even though there's 5 things to do today, we've got one optional thing. The flip grid is nothing, and the decodable is literally, it says read this and then take the quiz, which is 2 or 3 questions. So it's really, really short and it shouldn't take very long. So we've got the flip grid here, which is normal, what we've been doing. So they'll go ahead and just click the record a response. And then they'll go ahead and do that. And then up here in the corner is actually hiding. I apologize, I just didn't have it on student view, so it looked a little bit different. So it was my teacher view. But you'll just go ahead and record a response here with that green plus sign right there. And then up at the top here, remember to mark as done. So that's going to be your key to moving on. So for example, if you don't mark it as done and you go to modules, you'll see there's nothing unlocked. And then right here, it says what you have to do to unlock the next thing. So for this one, you have to mark as done. Most of them are submit a quiz, or it's either submitting the assignment or marking it as done. So if you go here, you can see what you need to do to move on to the next thing. So you just have to mark it as done. And if it says mark it as done, there's going to be a little button up here in the corner. If you go ahead and select that, and then you can go ahead and move this over here, and then you can click next. So then it'll bring you on to the next thing. So then right here, this is similar to what we've been doing. They're going to read this page right here. They're going to click on it. I know there's a lot of things that have to pop up, so you don't have to log into Pearson, but they'll just read that page. And then they'll read this page and practice retelling, so that'll pop up. And then they'll go ahead and read that and then retell it to someone. And again, these don't need to be perfect. They just need to be kind of a beginning, middle, and end. So first this happens, next this happens, last this happens, so nothing big. So then this is the concept talk video, so this is embedded here. So all you have to do is play this instead of logging in. So then this will play the concept talk video. And then you're going to go ahead and take the quiz. So you must take the quiz to move on. You just have to submit it. So then it'll say, did you read page 290? Yes, I did. Did I read page 291? Yes, I did. Did I retell 291 to someone in my house? Yes. Did you watch the concept talk video? Yes. And then this is the concept talk, the journal that was in the concept talk video. This is just the question that it was, and then you can do it here. So how do you think we can be responsible friends and neighbors? So remember, I know these are 7 and 8-year-olds, so it makes a lot of sense for you guys to type their answers, and that's totally fine with me. But if they are typing their answer and it looks like interesting, that's totally fine with me. And then they can also record it. So I don't know why this little bar is here, but right here it says record upload media. If you press that, then it's going to bring up a recording box, and that's the easiest way to record. Some of you have been uploading different media options, and some of them for some reason don't pop up on my computer. QuickTime seems to be totally fine, but that's the easiest way to do that. This just inverts the camera, so I'm not going to press it. I don't know why it makes the camera do a funny thing. So, but you just have to press that, and then you'll hit record, and then just make sure you hit submit quiz. It's not going to give you full points because I have to go in and grade that question, so don't be nervous about that. But even if you press no, I did not do that, and let's say you just didn't want to retell it to somebody. So no, and then maybe yes, I watched the concept talk video, and then I say, how do you think we can be responsible for the neighbors? Mow the lawn. And then I'll submit the quiz. And then it'll show you your score. So it'll say current score 3 out of 5 because one of those was a no, and then the other one I have to go in and grade. And so that's why it's not going to give you a score for that. So it won't give you the real score until I grade it. So some questions are not yet graded. You can always take the quiz again if you go back and realize, oh shoot, I wanted to do that and I didn't do it. So you can always go back and retake that quiz. And then it'll just show you here, go retell it to someone for full credit. So that's not a big deal. It's just an option. And then here it just pops up, I will grade this question separately, so don't worry about anything. It's just not graded yet, so keep that in mind. So once you submit that quiz, you'll be able to click next. And then, like I said, this is a really short page. You're just going to read Decodable 24A, and then I made it a page here, so if you just click on it, I will go fix that. So this is half the reason I like doing these videos, is I can fix all the problems before you guys do them. So you'll just click Decodable 24A, and instead of going to it, the decodable's here. So they'll read the words, high frequency words, they'll read the story, and then they can go ahead, and I know they have to click back, so I'm sorry. And then they'll just have to take the quiz. So I'll go back to student. So they've read that, and then they get to just take the quiz. It's just a quick 3 questions. Did you read it? Yes. Who is not a character in the story? And then they'll select whoever that might be. I'll give you a hint, that's not correct. And then what is the setting? That's also not correct. They're going to submit the quiz. And again, they don't have to get 100%. So I got 1 out of 3 here. If I want, I can always take the quiz again and try for a better score. So you can go ahead and do that if you want, or you can just leave it. It doesn't matter. And then go ahead and click next. We've got our math Nearpod. So this is something I know we've had a harder time with as well. So what I did is I put on the worksheet. So what I did here is we have the Nearpod like normal that you'll click on, or what you can do, well, you'll have to click on the Nearpod regardless, but I uploaded the worksheet. So if you want, you don't have to, but if you wanted to, you can go ahead. Sorry, this is being finicky because it's right in the middle of where I record. So if you want, you can go ahead and open up this worksheet. It's the same exact questions that are in the Nearpod, and you can print it and have your child do it, and then just upload a picture of this to that first page on the Nearpod, and then I'll show you what I'd like you to do just to help me as I'm grading them. So you'll have to print it. It might be extra work. You might not want to do it. That's totally fine. But if you do want to do it, you can print it off, and they can do it on paper. So then you're going to click on the Nearpod, and then go ahead and make sure they put their name, join session. So then you'll go ahead, and so this is the same thing as the worksheet. So they can either fill it out on here, or what they can do is they can go to here, and then you can upload your picture. So you would just browse your files, and then from whatever picture you took, from your computer, and you can upload that and you can make it big right here. And then on the following pages, so then it'll correct it with them so they can check their work. And then what I'd like you to do is put a big P on the rest of the slides. That just shows me that, hey, I know that this is here. We're going through it together. And then you just write a big P on there, and that just shows, that way it registers that they did that slide, and then I'm able to see it on the Nearpod. And if I see a big P there, or even just a big X, that shows me, hey, I know that they saw that slide. I know they did it on the first slide, and so I'm not worried about it. And then I still want them to click on the end so that way they can correct their work, and then also they can take this poll at the end. So then I can know if they don't understand it all, I'll probably be reaching out to you to figure out how I can help them a little bit better. And then don't forget to submit. So hopefully that will be easier. If it's not, we'll adjust from there. But hopefully that'll be helpful. And then for the Nearpod one, you have to mark as done. And I'm not a student. So after you do the Nearpod up here, all the Nearpods are always marked as done. And you can always check back in that modules tab to see what you need to do. But this one's marked as done. If there's not a quiz or something to submit, it'll be marked as done. And then you'll go ahead and click next. And this is the optional math review. I strongly encourage it, but again, if it's too much work, don't do it. And it's that 4 questions here. Make sure that they hand in their work when they're finished, or else it's just not going to give them their answers. It's not a big deal, but just so that way they can see, hey, I got this right, or hey, I did not. And then if that link, or if this is not embedded properly and it's not working on your computer, I also have the link that you can click on as well. Then you're going to take the quiz and you either select yes or no. It doesn't matter either way. So yes, I did it, or no, I did not. So even if I say no, I can submit the quiz. It'll tell me if you want the points, complete the review. If I don't care, no big deal. And then I'll be on to Tuesday. Sorry that this video is so long. Lots of information to give you. So hopefully that's helpful and not confusing, and good luck.